Hello and welcome back. Sorry I haven't posted a video in quite a while, we've just been quite busy. So this one is a bit of an extra long one and I hope you enjoy it and don't get too bored halfway through. So we're basically just looking around the meadows, making sure the sheep are cleared off the meadows because these are going to be used to silage, and we're also collecting the sheep up because we are clipping later on. So I've got Scout here and she's just looking about and just checking out where some of the sheep are. There is some up on the left and we're just sending them over the bridge. So this is the front field. You've just seen us come down the bank and we're in the front field. This is mainly where the horses are, and as you can see, the horses aren't remotely bothered by us on the quad bike or by the dogs moving in and out round them. So we've got Scout and Paddy just gathering up the sheep, and then we're going to push them forward through the yard in front of the house and then down to the sheep yard, which is just behind that orange container that you can see there. And then we'll sort them out quickly. And also, you probably noticed the ground is really dry and we've hardly got any grass on this field now. I can't believe actually the horses are still doing really well on it, and also the sheep, to be fair, and some of the cows. We have got some cows and calves that are still remaining on this field, but yeah, the grass is quite down on this. We don't actually take any silage off this, so it's not a problem. We use this nearly all year round, obviously apart from when it's winter time, but yeah, it's a field that gets really well used. So we finally got the ewes and the lambs into the sheep pens, and what we're doing now is we're just pushing the ewes and lambs round the pens, down the shedder. So we're going to shed the ewes from the lambs, and what we do, the reason why we do that is we don't let the lambs go into the sheep shed when the ewes are getting clipped. We keep these the lambs back in the pens, and once the mother's been clipped, then obviously we marry them back up again, and then we'll take them out either up to the fell or into the fields, respective fields where they should be going. So here I am pushing the ewes and lambs around the sheep shedder. Sometimes it's easy going, sometimes it's not, and they can all pile up just in like certain areas. One of the reasons is because the ewes don't want to walk forward because they think they've left the lambs behind, and you just saw David there shedding lambs to the left and ewes to the right. And then once I get them going forward, I just keep coming back. Both boys, Archie and Elliot, are helping us. Archie's pushing up the ewes as well, and once we get him all sorted, then we're taking all the ewes into the sheep shed.
Come on.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to clip. So what we're doing is sorting them from the ewes to the lambs, and also ewes that have what you call wrapped out. They've already lost their wool because obviously they don't need clipping, and the ones that don't belong to us that we've just sorted off, so there's one over there that's not ours, and then we'll just give the farmer whose sheep it is a ring and just tell them to pick them up. So in here is yows that have wrapped out and lambs. Now we're going to go and get another batch of sheep. First batch of sheep going in. Come on, Jack, you need to be clipped. Scout. So David's wrapping. I've got 3 clippers and I'm pushing up. I will say I absolutely hate wrapping. No news as yet, still clipping and still clipping tomorrow at the moment. Very muggy. So these are the wool bags. There's one already filled. David stitched it up. And we've got 2 separate ones, one for the mules and one for the herdwicks. Nearly finished this batch. The last one for this batch. Yeah, so far we've got 3. We've got a table full of wool that we're keeping separate. So we're on our 4th bag. And then hopefully we've got another batch tomorrow to clip, weather permitting. Oh, we've got Scouty dog, haven't we? We've got Scout. We've got Scout dog. Yeah. You're my best helper. Aren't you? You're my best helper. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah, so David's doing wrapping. I absolutely hate it. So he does wrapping. Normally the boys do wrapping, but they're doing something else. And I'm just on with pushing up. Where have you been? Come on, Paddy. Scout here.
Scout with you.
I'm going to take Scout with me.
Just go back that way and come and right round outside. Yeah?
So we're gathering what we call the moss up for clipping. Come on. She says, no, I want to stay with Paddy. Yes, we're setting off in a minute. Yeah. Come on then. Let's go. Let's go. Right, drive. Come on, Scotty, let's go. Come on then. Come on. It's a bit long. I wonder if to get her on the bike. Having a bit of a drink. I'm losing my voice shouting at the dogs, trying to get them to collect off the sheep. Scout, right, come on, that'll do now, good girl. Come on, get a drink quickly. We are doing, but Scout's wanting a drink. Have you finished, Missy? bridge. So while we were gathering up, the weather was so hot, and we do try and let the dogs have a break as much as possible. And you can see Paddy here taking a little bit of a dip just to cool off. And then in the background, I don't know if you can see, while there's some yows going across, one actually jumps in to the deep part. So David starts shouting Paddy over just to try and get her out. And she gets out, there's no problem whatsoever. Paddy, where are you going? Scout here. So everything that's been clipped gets remarked again. So with the 2 red dots on the shoulder and the hindquarters, that's just one of our snip marks. We have 3 altogether. Yeah, so they're all shorn. That's it for this year. Everything's clipped. I'm happy about that. And now we're going to push them back over and start getting them. Actually, no, I'm telling a lie. I'm saying that's everything. We've still got the fell sheep to clip that are coming down off the fell. But that's everything round home. Pete, are you going to help us move the sheep? Pete? So we've got Pete, Paddy and Scout out today. And Anya, you're our best doggy. Well, not exactly, but just a bit of encouragement, aren't we? Because you're still a puppy. I'm saying you're a puppy, but you're actually a big doggo now. Yeah? So you're going to help us move. We've got to move these sheep over a bridge. And the bridge is not in a good way. So we need 3 dogs to try and get them across. And this yow here, because there's still the lambs with these yows. I've just missed it actually, but she was stamping her feet. I was trying to video it because you can see Pete, so she's trying to warm Pete off her lamb. So we've got Paddy, Pete and Scout. Pete's still young, so he's kind of a bit free range and causing a bit of problems. So maybe we shouldn't have brought him out with us, but we just thought, get him out with a few more sheep. Paddy's getting tired. Scout's got sore feet from yesterday being in the yards. Come here, Pete, Pete, Pete! He's keen. I'll give him that, but he's not round the back, he's through the middle. So Scout and Paddy are very tired from yesterday. It was super hot, and yeah, if they get a chance to sit down, they're going to take it. Pete's overly keen. David's trying to catch him, and Pete's like, I know what you're going to do. You're going to put a string on me, and I don't want one on. So Ellie and I are going in front, and we're going to basically clear if there's any sheep up a wasper in front of us, clear the way so we can get this batch over the bridge without the other sheep being around. Got Scouty babes with us. So we're under the underpass again, and it doesn't look like there's any sheep around, so that's good. I'm just trying to get knots open on the gate. Elliot's got Scout, and if Scout will work for Elliot, I'm going to give Scout to Elliot, and I'm taking Elliot's pup to break it a bit more. Scout, come out of the way! Come out of the way! Come here! Honestly, this is move out the way, silly girl. Come on. Is there any sheep up there? Send them. You need to send them on. Give Scout any commands. I'm trying to let Elliot do Scout. And I'm just blocking this off till David brings the other ones. No, so Elliot's got a dog called Wisp, and he's getting her to do to lie down and things, but he's not as competent as obviously myself in getting young dogs. And what are you doing? And this is another one of my dogs, but David's trying to pinch him, so I'm kind of ignoring him now, aren't we? So I get them going, and then everybody takes my dogs, don't they, Pete? Yeah, look, somebody's obviously been walking through here and dropped a Coke bottle. Lovely. Yeah, so people can walk through it. It's like a part of a bridle path. So there's the bridge, which when the water's been so bad, it's actually rushed the bank away, and it's like dropped down. So it's a bit of a nightmare getting the sheep across. So I'm just going up here to see where Elliot is, and hopefully he's sent most of the sheep away. I can't see him, so that's good. And then we can bring the sheep round through here, and I'll just go and open the gate on the bridge. This is our problem. We're trying to work out how the heck we're going to get this bridge back up and running properly. And then we'll get the, hopefully David will send the sheep through shortly. No, lie down, lie down. Lie down, Scout. It's hard not to give her commands when Elliot's not. Lie down, lie down, lie down. Scout. Good girl. No, just leave it, leave her. They'll come on their own. They'll come on their own, there's that many of them. Just leave her there, leave her there. And he's still here. He's tired out. To be honest, we're all a bit tired from yesterday's. Well, we've had 2 days worth of clipping, and it's been absolutely sweltering in the sheep shed. David's got Pete. I was quite like having Pete as my dog, but David wants Pete, so I just get them when the puppies. So Elliot's led a sheep across the bridge, and slowly they're going across now. Yes, I know you're my dog. The only dog that doesn't actually work for me is Paddy. We just don't want to push them all too quick because they can go down into the water, but they can't get through under the bridge because we've got water rails, and we don't want them to fall off on the other side. So it's just a nice steady job and not too much pressure. I don't do it because she bites when you do that. We don't want no bitten sheep because she's a bit keen, this old Scouty. Steady, lie down, lie down. Pete. No, you're supposed to be looking the other way, Scout, not at me. That's it, job's done, across. And the ones that have gone up the other side, they can cross over right at the top where there's this tree up here. Scout's going, I think Paddy and Scout go for a drink. Maybe not. Definitely Paddy. See if Pete wants a drink. Paddy's going for a bit of a bathe. Now Scout used to be an absolute nightmare. Why are you peeing in the water, you disgusting dog? But she wouldn't go in water for a long time, but now she's not bothered at all. What are you doing, letting him off? Oh look, Scout's gone with Elliot, that's good. What are you doing? Are you letting him? Pete, do you want a drink? Pete, go and get a drink. Good boy, go and get a drink. Go and get a drink. I'm trying to find a way to get to the sheep. I'm not actually that bothered. Have you enjoyed your run out, Pete? Have you enjoyed it? Yes! With all the sheep? Scout is in there. And Paddy, yes, we know. We know. Good doggies! The best job's me. Shutting gates. So now on to the next job of gathering up some cows and bullocks and calves. We're bringing them all back to the farm to have a sort up because we're actually selling some. So some of them aren't in their correct places, so this has become a little bit of a nightmare, and one's jumped over the fence down into the river, and we're going to try and get them all back together again. So the cows have gone under the bridge. They're supposed to go under here. They've gone the wrong way, so we need to turn them. So Archie's going to come down with his bike and try and turn them around. So Archie's on his trials bike trying to move them, and what he's going to do is going to go right round them and bring them back up so we can try and get them under that cattle water rail, and we'll just get them pushed through that way. But we've also got to try and push them back up to try and collect the cow that won't come back down. So we've got a bit of a job on. But Archie's really good on a trials bike, and he has actually been competing on his trials bike. So he's quite nimble on it. No, we don't want them put down.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So we've got them up that way. Now, we've still got one. Shoot, Elliot, shoo that cow. Shoo her away from that fence if you can. Oi, where are you going, Missy? Go back with your friends who are now over there. So what's happened is normally we move them a different way, but because trees have fallen down, we can't move them that way. Right, you stay there. David's up there, and we're trying to get the other lot. I don't know. We've got one awkward one. She won't cross over. So now they've gone up the river, so Archie's coming down the river, coming up the river, trying to shoo them next to that other cow so we can actually try and get them all together. trying to get some cows. We've got one cow that's awkward, it's stuck up there. And we're trying to get them further up there so she can see them, and then she's going to maybe come down, but it's not working at the moment. Archie, I think you're going to have to come back down and try and chase some other ones up. Yeah, it's not panning out how we wanted. There's one gone up the bank, so David's having to go and get that. David still thinks he's about 16 on his bike. I don't know what he's doing now. We're at a stalemate now. So David's gone on the road to get back over onto this field to try and get this cow back to crossing over. There's David across to the side, and we'll see what. Right. Archie, can you send him back up here again? Can you send him back up here? There she is. She's come down. She's at the top of the river, so we need to get her back with these guys when it stops blurring out. I'm actually going to go. I've seen this thing where it says about. Yeah, so there she is, and we're going to get back here with these guys and then move them back to the farm. Aren't we, you monkeys? So me and Archie are up on the hill because we've got to send them, we've got to direct them into the underpass when they come up through there. So just waiting, David's down the bottom with them. Oh, now Elliot's helping him, he's on the bank as well. Here they come. I might have to jump off my bike as well, I don't know. Why does this keep doing that? Put me in sick of this though. In and out of focus all the time. What? Wait, Archie, you're supposed to be on that side. I'm on gap duty, so I'm just blocking the bridge area so they don't decide to come back up the field again. And then they're going up into the yard. Elliot's just stood over here, stopping them going down the lane. Look what David did to my wall with the tyres. Let's open the yard gates up there, and there's David and Archie bringing them around this end, and we've got one there's oh those two are having a bit of a discussion. So we're back on another batch of cows and calves, bringing them in, and I'm in the pickup and David's on the bike somewhere. What? I'm going to leave it here. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.